Hey everyone, Sir JD here with the XBLA Fans channel. I'm here to give a quick taste of Ice Cream Surfer, a side-scrolling shooter that's all about a kid hating vegetables. That's about the entire story. I've actually beaten this game on easy using this first character here. You do have these 5 characters here who each have their own attacks, super attacks, and like different set of upgrades as they collect power-ups and stuff like that. But so far, the Superman ice cream sandwich here has been kind of the best because of the rapid fire of his laser. The kid here has a pretty good like arc or like a range of fire, but I prefer the Superman here. But we're gonna just go with the basic kid here just because, yeah, whatever. We're gonna go ahead and go with medium. But this game seems a bit unpolished. If you look at the upper left, you see my lives and my score. Bottom right shows my power. I have a star there. When I have a star, that will let me use the super attack, none of which really feel like they have too much power against them, behind them, especially his. I'm gonna go ahead and use it. Like, yeah, it destroys a whole bunch of stuff, but there's like absolutely, like, there's no sound behind it. Oop, dead. But yeah, one hit and you are dead. As you see there, I just got a power up, mow these guys down. But yeah, as for the polished stuff, I don't know specifically where my guy's hitbox is at on literally any character, because I've literally had bullets that should hit me not seem to hit me, or it's just kind of weird and doesn't like come across too well of like indicating where I could get hit. I think for him, the ice cream cone does not count, but his body does. As I pick up the ice cream bars, that actually is what the power-ups are, which is different than the power bar in the bottom right, which is the super. And then you can click the word ice cream throughout the levels. There's only 6 levels, by the way. But yeah, remember, like I was talking about, like the like how wide his firing range is. I think there's like 1 or 2 more upgrades, and it just gets a little bit more crazy. But this is like the second most used character I have behind like the Superman guy. The bosses as well are kind of crazy because they range from stupidly easy, where you don't have to move at all, to ones that have rates of fire that are way too fast for you to be able to avoid, or just too random for you to actually be able to dodge them. And that's about it. It gets really, really repetitive. The different levels do have different enemies, but they're essentially just reskins. We should be getting to the boss kind of soon, or I'm not sure. How much of ice cream do I have? Yeah. So there's either one more letter that I need to collect or I've missed, but we should be near the end. All the bosses have the exact same phases of you whittle down a health bar, there's a pause, something happens, they come back, and you have to whittle down another health bar. The first one is this adorable seal who just wants to give you kisses. That's another thing that I've had issues with. The projectiles the enemies fire at you can be very small and hard to see. And I've been hit by stuff that I have not seen. One of the levels is actually in space and the enemy projectiles are purple. I got killed by a kiss, by the way. And it just did not feel fair. I'm just gonna ice cream this. Also, figuring out where the hitboxes of the enemies were. As you saw, I was shooting him down here. Didn't do any damage. I had to shoot him in the face. One of the bosses is a cake. The one with the like weird firing that I was talking about earlier. Took me multiple deaths to figure out that he was only hittable on the little cake topper, which you could only hit while he was bouncing and doing his like weird sort of rapid fire thing. And then his after that, it was actually a big old storm of projectiles, which I couldn't avoid 90% of the time because they seemed random and didn't actually leave an opening for me. Come here, key. Oh, that's a spoon. I'm not 100% sure. When you die, you can just continue. Score does not carry over. There are achievements tied to defeating a certain amount of enemies, but those seem to carry over. But there's an achievement for collecting 1,000 gems, and that doesn't seem to carry over. I don't know what this game does in those terms of it. because the collected letters certainly don't carry over, except in some times where they do carry over because I died and I had all the carried over letters. So this is the final level of the upgrade for him. The game actually has a pretty decent checkpoint system. If you die before the boss, you start over. If you die at the boss, you start over there, except for the final level. But that's a little bit different because you fight the boss like 4 or 5 times and whittle down his health bar. That's what the bumpers do. Make it like dim and stuff like that. Let's get rid of this lettuce. I'm okay with vegetables. I actually like broccoli with like cheese on it. I'm actually not the biggest ice cream fan. I do like Oreos though. At one point, you're fighting like flying chopsticks and sushi and stuff like that in one of the levels. So like flying like a pork bun, who when you shoot him divides into more pork bun. So if anyone plays this game and you want to grind out the enemy kill achievement or the Gemma kill achievement or the point achievement, pick the Superman character and get to the final phase of this boss and just sit in the upper right corner because, like I said before, this boss you can literally beat without moving. Also, it's kind of frustrating that the purple gems are the same color of the projectiles. So I will see purple flying out at me and then dodge and take damage. Not take damage. I'll lose a gem. Gems don't give you a score though. So this guy right here, literally, this is all he does. And then his mouth opens. So yeah, you could literally just sit at the top of the corner and farm lives, score, whatever you want. Yep. Let's kind of keep on going. One of the bosses is the sun, and his entire part of his level has enemies that shoot up from the bottom randomly at a pretty decent speed that if you are there, you can't avoid them. And then that happens at the boss, and you actually have to fly up and down to destroy these like sun boils to get him to open his mouth. So I had a few cheap feeling deaths there. There you go. See, I did not move at all during that boss fight. I got all the letters though. There's some health. There's a life. But yeah, it just seems kind of unpolished. It's like a vague idea of what a shooter should be. Got it mostly done, but didn't like fine tune it to be like, well, now this is just kind of repetitive and boring. Also, once you get to like the final stage of your weapon, you are like right now, like I'm doing, just wiping out the enemies. So at least they got that right, and I really like that in shmups. Like if you can get to that final stage of weapon, the enemies don't stand a chance, and only in like specific circumstances are they able to get in and get a shot out. See, like these rockets, the same thing as the carrots before. Those will later be the chopsticks, and then something else in the next level. Crazy bread things and tank tops. Sexy donuts. I believe this is actually the level with that cake boss that I was talking about that I had issues with. Oh, look at that soda sweating. Oh, there goes that letter. One of the achievements is to get all the letters in all the levels. The issue with that is if you get all the letters in a level and then hit the boss, you lose that progress. So, yeah. So you more or less have to get a perfect run, I believe, to get that achievement. But I think you get the idea. I am ZeroJD. This is the XBLA Fans channel. Thank you very much for watching. Bye, everyone.